Hello guys, this is Moses Sheraj. This video is about how to run faster. Maybe you are confused by seeing many of the people whom they calling them as experts telling you lot of unnecessary things like explosive movements and too much weights. Too much weights is necessary and some sort of explosive movements is necessary. But running, sprinting is an endurance event. Like it you have to do that function first in order to increase speed. Doing lot of drills which is unnecessary, doing them doesn't make any sense and doesn't improve your speed. So what you have to do in order to run faster, you have to, if you want to achieve successful, become successful in certain field, then you have to follow the fundamentals. The basics is the first thing. You have find what the basics in this field. I found that. I will explain you what it was. The basics of sprinting, as like Peter Watson said, speed, mobility, I will come again, skill, mobility, strength, endurance and speed. With that variable I am going to add one, that was nutrition. Yes, you need food. You have the wisdom how you have to eat in order to build strength and endurance in order to run faster. I learned it from bodybuilders in bodybuilding field. And also when it comes to strength training, I learned from bodybuilding field. Okay, what you have to learn when it comes to skill? When it comes to skill, the arm action and also the leg action is important. Learn under some athlete, learn under him when it comes to sprint, or else use YouTube videos to learn techniques for like almost 1 year. Learn block starts, learn high knee lifts, learn the traditional technique, and also build strength in order to keep the technique much more stronger. If you want to keep the technique much time, you have to increase the strength and endurance. Okay, next variable is mobility. You have to stretch in order to increase the range of motion and also in order to reduce the risk of injury. After warm up and after warm down, do stretching exercises for all body. And then endurance. What kind of endurance do I need to run faster? Learn it. Go deep, dig deep from the expert coaches in the field. And also, if you want to know the truth in any field, if you want to know the true wisdom, then search for two witnesses or search for two testimonies, because the testimony of two men is true and only the truth will set you free. Keep that in mind. For endurance, what kind of endurance do I have to run for 400 meters? 400 meters is the toughest event in all the sprint and longest event too. If you achieve a 400 distance, speed and strength and endurance, you are almost achieved 100 meters and 200 meters speed and strength too. So I was explaining and taking this is as an example. For for endurance, you have to the types of workouts you do, like speed endurance, strength endurance, strength like circuit training, stage training when it comes to strength endurance, and like tempo endurance, and like long distance running for long distances. You have to train when it comes to endurance three things, three systems, that was lactic system, anaerobic system, and aerobic system. But your focus has to be mostly on the aerobic system, because even though 400 meters is an anaerobic event, almost like 90%, if it even though it was an anaerobic event, but training aerobically 70% will enhance the speed, will improve the speed. That is the formula which was used by Clyde Hart, the great coach who trained the best 400 meters in all the world, and also he trained the greatest Michael Johnson and Jeremy Warner, who represented in top level. You have to train those endurances. When it comes to training endurance, it must be coming from quantity to quality. Quantity is important. You have to almost overtrain in order to increase that endurance, the ability. But intensity has to be reduced, the speed has to be reduced, but loading, I mean the quantity has to be higher. And also, now you need certain nutrition and endurance and strength levels in order to meet that endurance. To maintain certain speed in the endurance, you need certain amount of strength and also certain amount of nutrition in order to increase the speed. The speed is, the formula is stride length is into stride frequency is equal to speed. Speed will be increased if you are properly prepared the fundamentals in the beginning of the phase. If your foundation is stronger by basics and fundamentals, and the speed will stay for longer period, like you almost have maintained for a decade the speed, and also you will be the in the top shape like Edwin Moses, and also like Michael Johnson most of the time. So strength, when it comes to strength, that is the place where I lacked too. I was the guy who was lacked in upper body strength levels, but I was stronger in lower body. So right now I was training upper body. But what you have to train? You have to be stronger in almost overall, from top to bottom, from neck to the calf, in order to run faster. What muscles is required to run faster? Almost every muscle in the body is required, has to be stronger to run faster. So train every muscle. How can I train? How can I build strength? You have to build strength in these key movements. It took like 2.5 years to 3 years in order to build the strength in these movements. Like when it comes to bench press, I was 6 feet tall. I have to reach first benching my body weight. My body weight is 80 kgs. Right now I was benching 60 kgs. So first level is reaching my body weight, bench pressing body weight for 5 reps, and then 1.2 to 1.3 times body weight I have to bench. I have to increase my strength. After that, 1.5 and more in order to increase increase strength. The muscle is the byproduct of the strength. So you have to go through the phase like what bodybuilders do. You have to maintain the calories, you have to take the quality nutrition. The nutrition should have be like 25% has to be protein. Like what I found, what is the best for me, and experts believe like 25%, taking 25% protein is necessary in order to build the speed, sorry, in order to build muscle, and also maintain body mass, and also wanted to, if you wanted to maintain strength levels, 25% is necessary. And also fats has to be 15%, and carbohydrates has to be 60%. In other video I said 25% has to be protein, 35% has to be fat, 40% has to be carbohydrates. If you take like that, that is also good too. Whatever proportions you may take, both of them is better, will be ideal. You have to go through the bulking and cutting phases, lean bulking and lean and cutting phases, in order to increase strength and reduce the fat deposition, to reduce the fat percentage. By having the grip in both bodybuilding and also in this field, in sprinting and in track and field, having much more knowledge in both fields will definitely support each field. Definitely having knowledge in bodybuilding definitely will help to the track, to the sprinting, which will help you to run faster. But don't train like power lifter or Olympic lifter. Don't train for one arm max, and don't even load the muscle. Mostly don't load the leg muscles, because it will become difficult while running. So when it comes to strength, these key movements you have to build: bench press, incline bench press. Don't, if you can, it was optional, you can do incline or flat bench press, you can do one among both. And overhead press, you have to, mine is 6 feet 80 kgs. My goal is to achieve 80 kgs in third level, like in Greek god physique level or superhero physique level. I have to press 80 kgs for 5 reps. I have to reach that much strength levels. When it comes to chin-ups, 36 kgs. By adding 36 kgs to the weight belt, I have to do chin-ups. Like when it comes to dips, weighted dips, when it comes to chin-ups, 5 reps of 3 to 4 sets by adding 36 kgs overall goal. And then the waist always should have to be, when in the cutting phase, the maximum you have to go is 45% of your height. And when it comes to bulking, you have to go to 48% of your height. You have to maintain 10 to 15% body fat in all these cycles. And also gaining weight per month should be mostly like a pound to 2 pounds, like 400 grams to 800 grams. Gaining more than that will isn't efficient. You will ended up growing body fat, you don't grow muscle. The ideal amount of maximum you can grow muscle is like 400 grams to 800 grams, which was 1 pound to 2 pound muscle. And then next thing, increase strength. The key movements in this, after bench press, overhead press, chin-ups, after dips you have to do like 50 to 8 kgs, 80 kgs. If you are Indians, mostly you call push-ups as dips. Push-ups are in dips. Dips means you do it on the parallel bar. That is what it called dips. Some know and some don't. So to get understanding, I am telling it. And then now legs. Now you have to do bicep curls like 0.8% of the body weight. Not 0.8%, 80% of your body weight, or 0.8 times. And then like I was 80 kgs, my goal is to reach 200 kgs, squatting 200 kgs for 4 reps for 3 sets. That is maximum I can do. Doing over isn't necessary. And try and hip thrust by adding like maximum 100 kgs for 10 reps into 4 sets. You can add machines, dumbbells, in order to do isolation movements, in order to avoid imbalances, and in order to increase strength which was neglected by the compound movements. And it will help you to increase the overall speed. And that's it, guys. I hope you understand. Definitely this was the like summary, like bird's eye view on how to run faster. You have to go deep, you have to dig deep, you have to understand it. With the experience, you will learn and learn a lot. Ideation without execution is worthless. If you, by listening or reading, with learning mostly you learn like 5 to 10%. The rest you will learn through experience, time, and by doing. Ideation without execution is worthless. Keep that in mind. See you guys.